All right, today Joe and I are getting an early start hitting the trail. Got some things to do in town. I mentioned just recently that we were looking for a new snow machine. There's one in Eagle River that we're going to go check out. Fingers crossed, hopefully, if that's the one for us, we'll be able to settle on a price and load that sucker onto a trailer. So, speaking of trailer, we've got to go to our buddy Bill's house. He's going to let us borrow a trailer to bring a freight sled up to the trailhead because that cabin build is going to be cabin roof build is going to be taking place here pretty soon. So we need a freight sled to haul lumber, and Lord willing, we'll get a newer snowmobile to help us do some of that heavy hauling. So making some coffee. Oh yeah. Old habits die hard. Check this out. Solar power. That's actually really weird. Forgot all about this. So, anyways, we're living in 2023. Let's go. Okay, so we've got sled we're borrowing from Bill. Actually, the trailer we're borrowing from Bill. The freight sled we're borrowing from Bill. And then here on top is this blue one here is called the slick sled. This is actually one of the two slick sleds that drug out the tractor when we sold it. I can link to that video. We had the tractor sold and hauled out on the snowmobile trail. So we're going to be using that for hauling freight as well. Those things are built really well. And then we'll be able to haul all the lumber with that freight sled. So stop number 1 is done. And if we end up liking that snowmobile and we buy it, we got room for it right over here. So we'll see how it goes. Also, Kyle called us a couple times this morning just coordinating things and said that the lumber is going to be delivered to the trailhead next Monday morning. So super excited about that. That's going to save us so much time, so much effort, tracking down a big trailer to go into the city to get probably at least 2 loads of lumber. So they're just going to bring it right to us. And I wish they could just airdrop it right over the lodge. That'd be pretty slick. But this is the next best thing. All right, let's see what's next for the day. All right, stopping off at Fred Meyer, pick up a click list order. Joe's getting her all bungeed down and I'm vlogging. This is, it's like old times.
Like old times.
All right, so the main reason we came into town was to look at this Arctic Cat Bearcat, and the guy accepted our offer on it, and so.
You gotta wait.
Okay, yeah. We'll show you what it actually looks like at the trailhead. We're gonna keep that cover on for now, so there we go. On with our day. We got a couple more stops. We got to get home before dark, and the sun moves quick up here in the winter. All right, you've officially put 2 miles on it.
I'm excited.
Feel good?
I do. I think it's a good purchase. It's an older machine. It's 10 years old. But
I was gonna tell them all it was 2013 and how much we paid for it. We paid $6,000 for it. And it's not a fancy machine, but I was thinking that's more than what we spent on all the others.
It is. I think if you count both mine and Zach's Arctic Cat Jags and the Ski-Doo Scandic, those all would total maybe $4,000 together. And this one is, like Zach said, was 6. It's a 2013 Arctic Cat Bearcat wide track. This right here, I mean, this is a fairly heavy load. I've got probably over 400 pounds in the Otter sled, and this sled right here weighs quite a bit in and of itself, and this thing's pulling it with ease. I mean, I've got gobs of power to spare, so had no problem up the hills, and I think it's a good purchase.
All right, it's getting dark. We hit the trail. What time is it now?
Hang on. 6:15.
Oh, all right. We got plenty of daylight, man. We got to get home before dark, so Let's skedaddle. And it's hard to see over there. Sun is shining like crazy. Look at this. Blue skies and snow-covered mountains. Eileen's getting ready to go outside and play with Chloe and Emma. Awesome. Our family has been talking a lot about transitions lately. The transition from, it kind of goes back all the way to having Bo a year and a half ago, raising kids while we're running the lodge, going down south to travel, coming back up to Alaska, just constantly transitions. So Alyssa thought it was appropriate to mention that another transition is taking place. My hair. We're going to cut it all off. Last time I actually got length cut off the top was when we had family pictures done and Bo was 3 months old. And that was a year and a half ago. So yeah, here we go. Stepping into Alyssa's hair salon. Got the hair cutting stuff here. I'm going to set up a chair here. And we're going to time lapse this baby with the GoPro. After you get back in from playing, are you excited to see what my hair is going to look like?
Yes.
Have you loved it since I've been growing it out?
Not really.
All right, well, Chloe's going to have plenty to say about this later, huh?
Yeah, she hates it.
All right, there's the finished product. What do you think?
Way better.
What do you think?
Cut it completely.
You like it? Oh, good.
Much more. Yeah. What?
All right, can you do me a favor? Can you count all the way to 10? Start with 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What comes after 8? 9.
9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job.
11,
11. Yeah, you're right.
8, 9, 10, 11.
We are out here today next to the Ford tractor tiller implement. We've got a corrugated slick sled and we've got a new Arctic Cat Bearcat. Joe, why don't you tell these fine people in warmer parts of the country what we're doing today?
All right, so the Ford tractor implement, the tiller attachment, we no longer need out here. To be honest, we never even used it. The previous owners used it. So now with our tractor gone, we sold the tractor. We're gonna sell the tiller instrument. We're gonna sell the tiller instrument as well, the attachment. So we have to get it out. We prepped it last fall by setting it up on blocks, bringing it closer to the main center of activity around here. And I dug it out this morning. We're gonna try to get it onto a sled, and then we're going to pull it out of that hole once we get it onto a sled with our new machine. We should be able to pull that implement out of there really easily. The biggest challenge is going to be getting it onto a sled. So let's get after it. Okay.
Ooh, it slid.
All right. Now come do it to the front end.
Maybe if you're up there by the hitch, you might be able to just push it toward us.
Might be able to get
Okay.
over 1, 2, 3.
Try. I got this. We can go 1,
2,
2,
3.
Good. Yep, it's pretty centered.
Okay. And the same with the back end here. All right. Now let's pick it up.
All right, let's get the snowmobile hooked up. Sure is nice to finally have a big, capable machine. It's not like the biggest workhorse ever, but it's definitely the nicest machine we've ever owned. All right, I gotta help Joe get this hooked up. We'll come right back. Okay, here we go. Joe's working, Zach's vlogging. That's how we make it happen. Hey, that looks cozy. You ready? Hold on tight. Your dad's gonna have to yank it hard. Awesome.
That was so sweet. So underneath this tarp is our old heavy hauling machine. It's a 95 Ski-Doo Scandic. I guarantee you I would have spun out right there and I would have had to yank on it and everything else.
You didn't even try.
That just came right out.
There we go.
It was supposed to.
Making use of our new machine already, and we'll get this down to the trailhead and out to town so we can get it sold hopefully soon.
That's the plan.
Because we're, you know, might not look like it, but farm time and spring planting is coming soon.
It is coming soon.
All right, so today is the day that we're gonna go down and meet Spenard Builder Supply with a big load of lumber for us. We got the big Bearcat, we got the Scandic, and the Scandic keeps dying on me. In order to stay on schedule, Joe left. He's still heading down the trail. I've pole started this thing about 7 times. I'm about 1.5 miles from the lodge, and I think I'm gonna have to walk the rest of the way. I can't get it started anymore. I'm gonna set this down for a second. See if I can get this thing started. You guys will witness a miracle. Let's go. Woo! I got these electric gloves. They're cozy. Here we go. Let's do this. Not gonna happen. I got quite the hike ahead of me. I gotta go get Joe's Arctic Cat. I don't know how long this is gonna take me, but one thing about our vlog that we never usually do, and it's always me that does it if we ever do it. Not me always, most of the time. I gotta give Joe credit, but people say we don't film any drama. It's always the, you know, peachy, silly parts of what we do out here, but sometimes it's not so peachy. Not gonna lie, this sucks a lot. I don't have snowshoes, so I'm thankful that the trail that we have is pretty packed. Whew. I don't know what else to say right now. Just wanted to film some drama. We'll get it done. I'm gonna be way behind Joe. As I mentioned when I was trying to start the machine, I got these battery powered gloves. These were my dad's, and not something you just want to like donate to Goodwill when you could actually get some good use out of them. So this I think they're about $150 pair of gloves. I got hand warmers in my socks, and I was so hot I was like sweating on the snowmobile. But now that I'm walking, I'm glad I was overdressed. So anyways, I had a little smart streak. I had enough cell service to call Bonnie, so Bonnie's gonna go get bundled up and try and pick me up. Probably take me half hour, 45 minutes to go home. So if you can come get me, that save us a little bit of time.
All right, Zach and I have our work cut out for us. We just had this load of lumber and shingles and other roofing materials delivered, and the folks at Spinard Builder Supply was able to deliver it for us out of the valley, and that was a huge money saver and life saver for us, time saver, let me say, for Zach and I. We're super grateful that we did not have to make, this would have been at least 2 trips with a big flatbed trailer for us. Actually, probably 3 with the weight of the shingles. So we don't have to go to the valley, waste that time, waste that gas to get it delivered out here. It's here. Now we just have to get it home to the lodge. So now we're down to 1. We only had 2 heavy hauling machines for about a week, and we didn't even use the Scandic during that time. Now we're back down to 1. Thankfully, the Bearcat's running good. This morning, the trail was in terrible shape, and so I'm not going to haul a heavy load of lumber back up. I'm bringing the insulation back. That's all I have with me right now. And I need to groom the trail. So whether I groom the trail later today, later this week, we'll get that done. We'll get all these supplies home.
I am back home videoing with Alyssa's phone because my phone's dead. Died on the trail right after I called Alyssa and Bonnie. So here's Bonnie, all bundled up. She did actually try to come rescue me, and then Alyssa and Bonnie could not get the other machine started. So,
Not because we're incompetent.
Alyssa yelled, "It's not because we're incompetent." Okay, so Alyssa tried to call me, tell me that they couldn't get the Jag or the Panther started. So they called Joe, and Joe said, tell Zach not to waste his time. So the Panther, it's kind of cold-blooded. In the ladies' defense, it is so cold right now. That's why my phone keeps dying. It's hard to start the Panther when it's 10 below. I think it's probably closer to 0 now that the sun is up. But Joe's Jag, the pull start must have some ice in it or something. It's icing up. It doesn't want to even come out, and they didn't want a chance breaking the rope, which I respect. So I have no idea why we have such bad luck with our machines sometimes. But we're thankful for the one Bearcat, and we'll see where it goes from here. Quick update, because it's cold and the batteries like to die when it's this temperature, but we are at the trailhead, and we're almost done loading. We're off to a better start this morning. We got the Bearcat and Joe's Jag. 2 machines seem to be running tip-top shape. It is an absolute garbage day today, but it's a great day at the same time. Garbage because the weather is crazy bad and we almost couldn't see the trail. And a good day because we got 2 machines running and we're hauling freight. We're excited to be throwing some money at some cabin upgrades this year, and excited to get this project underway. So right over there we got the Jag. That's the river crossing. The river is very weird shape in the way we had to cross it this year. Joe wasn't able to get a full head of steam as he came up here because of this sharp turn, and wasn't able to pull this hill coming out of the river. We hooked up a tow strap to the Bearcat and yanked the front half of the sled and the front skis out from under our load, which is kind of what we expected was going to happen, but in order to move it up this hill and reload our load, we kind of had to do that.
This freight sled is made to where it fits together, and it's just a nice bunk sled and it's all one piece, or you can pull a couple pins and the back skis come separate for longer loads. And that's what we did. For some reason, the back skis aren't tracking right. We strapped our lumber down tight to it. We're going to try a different stack configuration this time, and hopefully the skis will track right. What was happening was my skis would cock in the back and they were tracking off to the side and dragging the trail, and then it completely slowed me down for my momentum getting up the hill, and I was dead in the water. So
All right, show me how you're moving those beams up the hill.
yeah.
Want me to do it? No one on our vlog thinks I work. See, Joe is reenacting what I was just doing before I pushed record. All right, let's get this reconnected. All right, we're all bundled up again.
This is in my pocket, in my windbreaker pocket, so it's not like it's insulated, but it's next to my body. It's slushy.
It's cold out here.
It's cold.
All right, well, let's see if you can get going, and then I'll go get my machine.
Bramante brothers.